Hey, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla. If you are new, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Also hit that notification bell so you'll always know when I upload a new video. In today's video, actually, before I even get started, hopefully everybody is safe right now. I know there's a lot going on, especially with all these hurricanes. So if you are down south and you're getting affected by these hurricanes, please stay safe, and our prayers are with you, and hopefully, you know, everything clears up quickly and you guys can have a speedy recovery from everything that's going on, because especially with COVID especially going on, like, it's just a mess. So in today's video, as you can see by the title, it is extremely random. So this is going to be a story time about the time some cast members from the show Deadliest actually saved me from paying a hefty hotel fee. So if you want to see what happened, this crazy story, just keep watching. So I figured it'd be appropriate, since I'm doing a story time on the Deadliest that I just, you know, down some seafood while we're at it. So let me get my little setup set up. Okay, so I'm gonna try to like look at the lens, because, you know, as you know, it's hard for me to not look at the viewfinder up there. So yeah, so I have all my things on. So this is pretty much like a typical mukbang seafood boil. We got crab and shrimp and potatoes and corn and sausage and all that good jazz. So let's get into this story, girl. So pretty much I was like 22 years old, and there's one thing about me, I like to get hotels for no reason at all. Like, I just get bored and just want to get a hotel. So, you know, it was just one of those times where I just decided to get a hotel. Let me push this towel back, make sure I don't ruin my bed. So I decided to get a hotel, and I was with one of my best friends at the time. Well, she still is right now, but actually, if she knew I was saying that, she would say, "Me, your sister." So I was with my good sis, and I'm gonna just change everybody's name in the story, just because I don't know. But I was with her and I was with my cousin, so we decided to get a room downtown, and we were chilling or whatever. So my cousin was talking to this dude at the time, and he has passed on since then. So I'll just call him Brian. So pretty much she invited Brian to the hotel, and I didn't think none of it. And really that night we weren't really on like trying to have any dudes come over. We just were really like chilling, because I just like to do staycations all the time. So she called him over, and me and my friend were just chilling or whatever, and he came over. So once he came over, of course, we were probably drinking and whatever, chilling, vibing. I think he decided he wanted to smoke, and she decided that she wanted to join in. So of course I'm like, we shouldn't smoke in here, because they're gonna charge me $250, because, you know, if you're at a nice hotel especially, they don't want you smoking in the room. So that was that. So they pretty much, like, I was like probably 21 or 22 at the time, so I was dumb, and I pretty much, oh my god, I pretty much got talked into letting them smoke in the room. You know, there was like,
it's okay, we're gonna put a towel under the door, they're not gonna find out, blah blah blah.
So me being young and stupid, I agreed, not knowing that this particular hotel chain has like sensors in the room. So like, not even like a smoke detector. It was like, because we covered up the smoke detector, it was pretty much like a sensor that lets you know if somebody was smoking or not. Of course, everything's cool, we all chilling, blah blah blah. Next thing you know, I get a knock at the door. Knocking on the wall. And I'm like, what's going on? It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I get a knock on the door. So I look outside, I see 2 security guards and the hotel, like, I think she was like the manager or she worked at the front desk. So they come to the door. She has a paper in her hand, the hotel manager. She has a paper in her hand that pretty much says like, you're gonna be charged a smoking fee because you signed an agreement to not smoke when you came to this hotel. And then she handed me that and said, you know, there's been reported smoking, blah blah blah, and also a noise complaint. So what I was trying to figure out was, how did I have a noise complaint? There was only 3 of us in there. I don't understand. So at this point, I'm pissed.
I am so freaking pissed.
I already paid for this expensive room for no reason. I just paid for it myself. Nobody else helped me, which is fine because I didn't ask anybody else to help me, but I paid for this room. Now I have to worry about spending $250 on top of that, and I'm just like devastated because of course I'm 22 at the time. I've already spent a lot of money. They take $250 from me. That's it. I'm broke.
I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
And I'm just like, I'm really mad because I'm like, I really got this room for nothing and I'm about to get charged this fee. So at that point, I was over the night. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to do nothing. I just wanted to lay down and go to sleep. So dude ended up leaving, and then my cousin and my friend went downstairs. So, you know, I'm just in the room soaking. I'm just in there like depressed and pissed. I'm about to pay this fee. So my friend, she calls me and she's like, what are you doing up there? Because they went outside like to the courtyard, and I'm like, I'm just laying down. I don't want to do nothing. And she's like, you need to come down here. Like, there's a lot going on down here. Don't just be up in the room sad, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I do not want to come down here. And she was like, there's somebody down here I want you to meet, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't want to meet nobody right now. So eventually she talks me into coming out the room. I'm like, all right, I might as well come out. I'm already about to spend all this money. So why not just enjoy the amenities while I have the chance? So I went downstairs and it was just a lot of like things going on. It was like some type of convention or something, because I noticed there was a lot of people in wheelchairs, like, and I just thought that was odd, because not just because it's people in wheelchairs, but it was like an abundance of people in wheelchairs. So I'm like, I don't know if it's like some type of convention or something going on that I don't know about, and they're holding at the hotel, some type of conference or something. So I go down there and I see them sitting outside at the table. She's smoking a cigarette, and I see them with some random older white man. I'm like, what's going on? Who's this man, and why are y'all just sitting here chilling with him? So I came down there. Of course, I'm looking all mad and sulking still, and I don't want to talk. And then she's like, my friend is like, this is, oh my God, y'all, I'm just flinging stuff. She's like, I'll just name him Todd. She's like, this is Todd, blah, blah, blah. So I shake his hand or whatever. He's sitting there smoking his little cigarette. He had his legs crossed. He had on some little sandals or whatever. So I was like, he looks like a cool man. So he's chilling, and then he's like, what's wrong? Because he can tell like I was like pissed, because I was really just like, hi, I'm Kayla, or whatever. So he's like, what's the matter? So I pretty much told him, I was like, I'm about to get hit with this $250 smoking fee I was not prepared for, because other people were smoking in my room. So I'm a little down about that. And he was like, what? He's like, they're gonna charge you for smoking in your room? He's like, you paid for that. And I was like, yeah, but we signed an agreement that we're not supposed to smoke in there. He was like, have you ever seen The Deadliest Catch? And I was like, no, but I heard of it. And then he was like, well, I'm on that show, and I'm on TV. He was like, so he said, he was like, I'm on TV, they're not gonna do anything to me, I'm gonna go in there and talk to him for you. And I was like, okay. So at this point I kind of perk up some, like maybe this night can turn around, like maybe it's okay. So he got up, marched in there with his little sandals on, and I guess he went to go talk to the front desk, because probably about 10 minutes later he came back and he was like, you're good, they're not gonna charge you anything. He was like, so don't worry about it. He was like, enjoy the rest of your night and cheer up. So I was like, really? At this point I'm like, you know, happy, but I'm still kind of skeptical, because you're really a random stranger. And it's funny because I can tell he was kind of lit at the time because of how he was talking, but he was really nice. So he said he's about to go to his room, go lay down, because they have to wake up early in the morning or whatever, because they're like on the road. So after that, he introduced us to his nephew. And, or was it his nephew? Was it his nephew or his son? I'm not, or he was just like, I think it was his nephew. So he introduced us to his nephew because he was like closer to our age. So after we left the courtyard, we went up to his nephew's room, and he was like, he asked us what happened. We explained like the smoking fear or whatever. He was like, yeah, but he pretty much just went to go save us, so hopefully tomorrow I really don't have to pay that. So we're up there or whatever, and he showed us this duffel bag that the hotel gave him, which was pretty much like hotel swag. It had like a hat and a water bottle and all type of like weird little things or whatever. And he was like, you guys can just like go in this bag and get whatever you want out, because I'm not gonna use this. They give us this stuff everywhere we go. I was like, oh, okay. We went through the bag, got all our little trinkets out that we wanted, and he was like digging my cousin. Like, he really liked her. He kept trying to like mac on her, which was really funny. But they exchanged numbers. I don't think she ever really called him though. Like, it was kind of a fumble if you ask me, but you know, you like who you like. But he pretty much was like, oh, before that happened, when we were on our way up to his room, like the whole hallway smelled like marijuana, reefer, gas. So we were like, oh, because he asked us what happened, and he was like, you smell that in the hallway? We're like, yeah. He was like, that's my uncle. He was like, so I don't understand why they were trying to charge you anything, because he has this whole floor smelling. I was like, oh. So it was cool for him to smoke and have the whole floor smelling like that Thrax, but we couldn't smoke. Well, I don't smoke, but they couldn't smoke. So I just thought that was kind of funny, because it's really crazy. It shows how people treat you differently based on your class. I won't even bring race into it. I'll just say class. I don't know why my camera cuts off on me like that. But yeah. So pretty much we ended up chilling with him like majority of the night. We went to bed later, whatever. And I went home the next day, and I was just kind of like worried. I'm like, did he really get that charge taken off my room, or was he just talking? Because he told me he did. But I watched my card for like a week straight just to make sure like I wasn't gonna get a charge, and never charged me. He really went down there to that front desk and used his television privilege, and they did not charge me. You know, it's crazy because I wonder if they've seen us, would they even remember us? Would they remember what happened? Probably not. But that's truly something I will remember forever, because he didn't have to do that for me at all. And especially because it's something that I shouldn't even have allowed to happen in the first place, but being young and stupid, I did. But he really went down there and I didn't get charged. So I really wish like I could write them and just like thank them again, because I couldn't thank them enough for doing that. But that was so clutch to me, because you don't know me from Adam, and I guess just because we were all nice, he decided to be nice back to us. And it just goes to show there's really like some cool people out here, especially like you don't expect somebody from TV to be so cool, but they were. So after that, I've always had a respect for that show, The Deadliest Sketch. And that's just my random little story. I'm gonna finish eating and I'm just gonna conclude this video. This was just a quick random story time. Like, I feel like there's no random story times like this on YouTube, so I just had to tell this story. I like telling people this story because it's crazy. You would never expect it, and there are some good people still in this world. So if you like this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you want more story times, make sure you tell me down below, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.